This is Roger Struckoff with Syscon TV, Day 3 at Cloud Expo, Things Expo, the DevOps Summit. Fantastic program we've had this week, 150 plus sessions, power panels, keynotes, hackathons, boot camp, all sorts of things going on. Sitting here right now with John Meza from Esri, we're going to talk about a couple of big topics. First one's desktop. It shouldn't be that hard to say, desktop, right?
It's
we
not
say it
really.
a lot. Desktop as a service. Welcome, John. Thanks for joining us. DAAS?
Correct.
You call it that? That's what you call it?
Okay, so desktop as a service, it's emerging as a very big trend. One of the real big influencers of this is for Esri is that we have a large user base that uses virtualization. So they're looking at desktop as a service right now. But to put in a little more complexity to this, our newest product, ArcGIS Pro, which is a tool for 2D and 3D rendering and spatial analysis of your spatial data, that's going to require a GPU with your 3D data. So that's a challenge to get out of direct desktop as a service. But we're forging ahead, and we are actually about to put ArcGIS Pro on a demo desktop as a service provided by NVIDIA. It's the NVIDIA Tri-Grid workspace. And there people will be able to see ArcGIS Pro with 3D, fluid animation, high-quality graphics. You can pan and zoom and get that full GPU power from the cloud. This will be from the cloud right to your desktop. So it's possible. Desktop as a service is emerging, it's growing, it's evolving right now.
Yeah, and the cloud is what's making this happen. I've actually written a little bit about ArcGIS Pro earlier this year. And one thing that struck me was that your company actually knew about big data before people knew what big data was. There's a lot of big data applications now that have to do with streaming little things from thousands and thousands of places, but there's what I think of traditional old-fashioned big data, which is a lot of information, big files, and how you want to manipulate them in real time. You virtualize them because you need that power in the cloud to be able to do it effectively to your users. And so it sounds like you could talk a little bit about your company's been on top of big data and handled this for a while.
Sure. So with GIS, Geographic Information Systems, the spatial data sets have been large. And with Esri's products, the ArcGIS product suite, we traditionally put those data sets into geodatabases hosted in Oracle, Postgres, or SQL. And those are on, in the enterprise, those are on the enterprise data servers. They're big, but now I have to tell you, big data is really big. It is outsizing our spatial data. So we do work with big data. We add to big data. Our products, our desktop products, they connect now right into your Hadoop cluster. They go into the HDFS storage, and out of there, they will pull out your spatial data. Pull it out to let you overlay it and utilize it and get real value out of that big data as you work it with your geodatabase.
Talk a little bit about your customers, because this is not a toy. A lot of times these massive uses of things are for, I don't know, seems a little trivial to me, but what you folks are doing, this is not a toy. These are very serious users. What are people doing with your products? Okay,
so our normal customer base are large organizations, federal, state, and local governments, very very serious people with many times, and usually they have they have large infrastructure and staff to take care of this. But that's not always the case. For some of the big data work that we're starting to do now, it is streaming. There is some streaming data, but there's also the static side in HDFS. So there's two parts to that big data. A couple use cases for the big data are transportation and logistics. That's a lot of sensor data coming in real time. And so hook that up with your spatial data and boom, you get a lot of value. Okay, how about on the environment side? How about fisheries and environmental, where there's sensors getting information on water flow, water temperature, real time. So to be able to hook that big data up with your spatial data, do analysis, and present it to your stakeholders, that's really getting value.
We've been sitting here with John Meza from Esri for a few minutes. Serious software, serious customers, serious big data. These guys are on top of it. It's Esri.com.
That's right.
Just ESRI, Esri.com. You'll find what you need. Thank you, John, for joining us. Thank you for watching. For Syscon TV, this is Roger Struckhoff.